What's up guys, it's Wanjay Sneakers, and today we're back with a performance review and almost a look back and overview at this shoe right here. This is the Nike Lunarepic, and this came out back in 2016. That makes this shoe around 8 years old. And today I just wanted to take a look back at this shoe because I thought it was a shoe that came out when Nike was doing some really innovative and interesting things when they were first doing a lot of Flyknit and Flywire. And it was around the time with shoes like the Nike Free 4.0 as well as the Nike Flyknit trainer. And I just thought it would be cool to take a look at how this stacks up today compared to some of the other running shoes that are in the market. And with that, I will go ahead and start from the back of the shoe. And at the back of the shoe, we have the Nike Lunarepic branding running up the ankle with a 3M hit on the heel. The heel is reinforced with this fuse overlay. This is like a plastic material that's bonded to the Flyknit so that it can help provide structural rigidity. On the back side, we do have that BHM branding because this is the Black History Month colorway. So we have this branding right here on the heel. We do have a higher ankle sock collar type of structure on this shoe as well. This is supposed to provide some extra support, and we'll go into how this feels a little later on. But moving forwards, we do have in the midfoot the Nike logo in this gold colorway, as well as some gold lace tips. They are plastic, but I think it's a nice touch to add these hits of gold as well. I think this is one of the better colorways that came out for this shoe. It's almost an Oreo colorway with that black and white stitching throughout the shoe, and I really think that it makes the shoe look very clean and subtle, but also has these gold hits for just a pop of color. Moving forwards onto the shoe, we can see running throughout the midfoot of the shoe, we have the Flywire technology. Flywire being these strands that run from the base of the shoe all the way, and they connect to the laces here at the top, so that when you pull your laces tight, it really cinches in the sides of the shoe, and it helps provide more support for a Flyknit running sneaker. Flyknit is definitely a material that is breathable and soft, and to help provide that structure, they do try to bunch up and knit a little bit tighter on certain wear areas, like here on the outsole right next to the side of your foot, and they help provide this Flywire to also help provide structure. In the toe, you can see we do have a more open knit pattern. You can see that there is more breathability here. You can almost see through the shoe. If you were wearing white socks, you could probably see your socks through these. It really helps to provide some more breathability in this Nike running shoe. Moving to the midsole of the shoe, you do see that we have the Lunarlon branding here. Nike always puts the cushioning material that they use on the shoe wherever it's utilized. And so this whole midsole is made of Lunarlon. And something really cool I thought about this was that they provided slits in the side of the shoe so that you can see here, you can see into the material a bit, but the main purpose being when you do press down and compress with your foot, you get a little more cushion and you get some forgiveness in that midsole. An interesting design concept, and I thought it was just something that was cool to highlight. Moving to the bottom of the shoe, you can see here that we have a very interesting traction pattern, and that it has mainly foam all through the bottom. There is no rubber on the outside of this shoe. It is just that foam. And they have little pods here that have these divots and cuts in them to help provide traction. When you flex, it helps to grab the street or the ground when you're running. It does also allow for some rocks to get in there, but it's a cool way to do some traction on the outsole, and it's something that's interesting. Surprisingly durable for what it is. It is just foam, but it does stack up pretty well, and it holds true even to this day. On the medial side, you'll see here that you do have these cuts that are made in the shoe again, just to help provide some more cushion when you are pressing down on the shoe. Now, something that's very cool about this shoe as well is that they did come with 2 sets of insoles. So the insole that I have in the shoe right now has a 4mm thickness, and they also provide an extra insole made of ortholite material. You can see the branding here. And this one comes in at 2mm higher, giving you some different options that you can have when you're kind of trying to customize these shoes to fit you well. I went with the 4mm just because the shoes already fit tight. That's one thing about Flyknit sneakers, is that you definitely want to have them fit on the tighter side just so you can have a really snug sock-like fit. But yeah, I thought it was really cool that they added in these extra insoles. So there's those. Now onto the performance side of this video. I did go ahead and take these on an 8-mile run today just to see how they would feel. And let's start at the collar. The collar provided some support. It didn't really feel like too much to me personally. It didn't really make a difference in my run to have this extra material up here. One thing I will note is that the ankle tab started to dig in a little bit on the back of my ankle, but it didn't bleed or anything. It was just some slight irritation, so that was something to note. And I think the real winner here on this shoe is going to be this Flyknit material. There's nothing quite like Flyknit when it feels like a sock on your foot. It feels like a one-to-one fit and you feel just hugged by the shoe itself. I will say that this is not a shoe that I would take running on any trails because the Flyknit, while being very soft and breathable, it lacks that structural rigidity. So if you were to trip on something or perhaps try and roll your ankle a little bit, this shoe would not support you as well as something else. But I think that when you're running on a road, the Flyknit is just so comfortable, it's so nice, and it's truly the highlight of this shoe. Onto the midsole and cushioning material. I thought that the Lunarlon was something that was really interesting. I haven't run in Lunarlon probably since this shoe came out back in 2016. And the way I would describe it is, if running in Vans was like running in bricks, Lunarlon kind of feels like running in cork in a way. It's very firm and it's responsive. You can feel the ground under you, but it does give you that slight cushioning, that slight forgiveness, and maybe that's attributed to the slits on the side or just the foam itself. But I think it's a really good foam if your knees aren't too bad and you just want something where you can feel the road, but you're not gonna be obviously like running in a pair of Vans or like Air Forces. So the cushioning, I would give it like 7 out of 10. It's not too bad. And as for the traction, I didn't really have any slippage issues or anything. I never really thought I was going to lose my footing on the ground with this traction. Like I said, although it is foam, it does seem to be fairly durable, especially from things that I've seen over the years. So I thought this was not bad overall, maybe like 8 out of 10. It wasn't too slippery or anything out in my run today. So overall, if I had to sum up this shoe, I would say that its running experience, it's just fun. Like, you have the sock material on top that provides that nice hugging sensation on your foot. You have some firm yet forgiving cushioning underneath your foot as well. And it's just something, if you're a casual runner, like it just feels good. You feel like you're having a good time when you're running in them. And it was really cool to bring these back out and run in them again, because nowadays it feels like all of the brands are doing the same thing, like Brooks and Saucony. Even Nike is doing its own thing, and it has been doing the same thing for a while. But back in this time, I think Nike was doing some real cool, innovative things with Flyknit, and it was just a good time overall, I would say. I definitely would take these on like some shorter runs, since for me, they're a little bit on the firm side, but they'll definitely be in my rotation going forwards as I still have them and I want to get some miles out of them. So thanks for watching my review on a shoe that you honestly can't even buy in the stores anymore, but there's something you should definitely keep an eye out on the secondhand market if you're interested in them, because you can probably find them for a fairly reasonable price floating around. Not too many people care about these, but it's just like a cool kind of nostalgia thing to run in these again. It feels fun. It feels different from what I have been doing for a long time. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to try and come back with some videos here and there whenever I find something of interest to record. So if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. See ya.